Hi guys, everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bisoye Akinwumi. If this is your first time tuning in, guys, you are welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and if you're a family, it's always a delight to have you guys. Guys, thank you so much. I can see we are growing. The channel is growing, the community is growing. A big thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far, and if you're new, guys, consider subscribing to my channel. In today's video, I'm just going to be discussing why what are the really main reasons why people immigrate from their country to another country. If it's something you like to know, you want to keep on watching. Okay guys, so the first reason, like I said earlier, that I'm just going to be talking about reasons and the different reasons why people immigrate from their home country, but in no particular order, but they are very important, and people would consider this things I'm going to mention in this video before they immigrate. So first point will be people emigrate because of they want to get good education in a different country. This was my case. I left Nigeria to South Africa to further my education. That was the primary reason why I left my home country. Why did I leave? Like, I know maybe there's somebody out there who wants to know. I was given an opportunity, and like at that point in my life, I couldn't make a decision to say I'm not going. I was the last child. When you are the last born and you have your elder brothers or your dad who will make decisions on your behalf. No, so you can't do this, can't do that. That was my case. So they made a decision for me, like, B, you are going to South Africa to further education. Let's start applying for your visa. Let's do this, let's do that. Let's find out about the school you're going to go to. We did all of that, and here I am. So I left because I wanted to further my education here in South Africa. Some people have challenges, different challenges in the universities in their home country. So I will still use Nigeria as an example. Did a 4-year program for 7 years, a 4-year bachelor's degree program for 7 years due to the school having to go on strike. Strike can last up to 6 months, sometimes almost a year. In some cases, the lecturers can just strike and say no, they are not teaching anymore. Governments might not pay salaries of lecturers, and all of this contributes to the challenges that staff or teachers will face, and also the student will face, because they are not getting the best from their teachers, from their lecturers, and the lecturers are not getting what is due to them from the government. So it's a cycle. It's a lot of things going on in the background that some students might not even know, but it just prolongs their years of study. So rather than me having to face that, I think my parents or my family just decided, no, I have to go outside of the country to further my education. So education is one of the reasons why people will leave their home country and immigrate to a different country. The second point is to escape violence. In Africa today, there's violence. There's so much going on that you and I might not be aware of. You hear some stories and you're still wondering, is this still happening in Africa in this day and age? And it's disheartening to hear these things. So, but there are violence in some countries. Some countries don't have it as easy as we have it here in South Africa, or even in Nigeria, don't have it like, things, you go to school, you come back home, you go to rest, you do your shopping. It's not that easy for some people. So because there's so much violence, maybe political violence or religious violence or division happening in that country, people will opt to live with their family or live by themselves to another country just to get peace, just to enjoy being in a stressless environment. People who have the opportunity to leave will opt to leave to a different country to start their lives all over again. The third point I'm mentioning is unemployment, and unemployment leads to a variety of things. Now guys, understand this. You've gone to school, you're supposed to do a 4-year program, you did it for 7 years, you graduated, you are unemployed. Guys, where do you even start from? So I'd rather go to school. Even if I have finished with that 7 years, I'm able to just maybe do some work, or my parents are able to gather some money to just say, leave Nigeria. A lot of that is happening now. Go and get a better life somewhere else. Go leave Nigeria, do something better with yourself. Go and settle down in a different country. Go and start all over again in a different place. The unemployment rate in most African countries is alarming, and for us in Nigeria, it's like every youth is practically doing business of some sort. It's not just fair that one will have to fight through school, you fight to get a job, you fight to just settle. When do you even have peace in that that kind of environment. So you can understand when you find a lot of people immigrating. And I know a lot of Nigerians immigrate. Like I once heard a joke where somebody said if people were living underground, you'll find a Nigerian man there. You find a Nigerian, and it's true because we're just tired of what is happening in that country. So you find a lot of Nigerians who are immigrating, and a lot of Africans do too. I mean, I know US last year were looking for medical practitioners who could help them during the crisis of this whole pandemic, and they were willing to give them permanent residence. A lot of people took that opportunity. Canada is looking for skills, different skill sets, and people are willing to leave to just go and start their lives all over again. Yeah, it's one of the reasons people would consider to leave their home country to go get employed, develop themselves, just limits the circle of poverty, even making good use of yourself in a corporate environment. There's a lot of us that wants to grow in a corporate environment. We want to invest in that space and be leaders in our respective fields. But if we're not even given the opportunity or the chance to do that in our home country, there are other places where people can manifest. There are other places where your potential can be discovered, and even you discovering yourself. So why must people die there? If you want to leave, you have the opportunity to do so. Yeah, people would definitely leave and go and be all that they believe they could be. They will leave their own country to another country to achieve that. The next reason is to give better opportunities to our children. Guys, giving our children a better opportunity, exposing them to something different from what we have been exposed to. So I would do that for my kids. That is what my parents did for me at the end of the day. They sent me to South Africa to be exposed to something different, to be all that I want to be, give myself the opportunity in life that I could be something better than what my environment says I am. You understand? So people would want to give that to their children. They want to live, and the possibilities are endless. There's so many things that our children, our youths today are doing, even if just because they have been exposed, they are living in the right environment, or they're in the right country. So a lot of people would want to do that for their kids. I mean, if a child is going to be doing 7 years program for 9 years, would not get a job at the end of the day, and then you have the opportunity to send that child somewhere else to start again, and the outcome will be better than what the outcome would be in their home country. Why wouldn't you give the child that opportunity? So I think many parents have done that, and they're still continuing to do so. Even here in South Africa, you have parents who will send their children to the UK or to the US to go and study, to Canada to go and study, just because they want them to be knowledgeable, have better insight to the world, and be exposed to something bigger than what they've been known to in their home country. So I think people want to immigrate because of that. Guys, another point is just to have basic life amenities. Guys, you do not know the importance of having water run out of your tap in your house. You do not know the importance of having good roads. You did not know the importance of having electricity until you get to some countries, and you would thank God that, we are doing well in South Africa. Guys, the struggle is real. Your healthcare, you have good roads, water, electricity, good housing. You just have basic things. Like, it's not too much to ask from some people, but it's a huge thing in some countries. There's no good roads. Nigeria, you go to public hospital, guys, you are being given a list of things that you need to buy. That was in a conversation with my mom, and she was telling me, like, if you don't have money in Nigeria, you could die early. The things that the hospitals would give you to go buy, the list that if you don't have money to buy them, they don't treat you. Things as little as cotton wool or even syringe. Sometimes you are being asked to buy them just so a nurse or a medical professional can attend to you. So imagine that situation. I mean, here, let's say we walk into a public hospital, you get attended to, you are being given free medication. It's not like that in some countries. So how long are people going to do that for? Like, how long are we going to continue having to go and buy our medication, want to perform a surgery? Like recently we had a family friend, their mom just visited us here in South Africa, and we were just chatting with her, and she was telling us in some hospitals you need to buy the fuel that will be put in the generator so that the operation can take place. Guys, And here in South Africa, you have electricity. They operate you. No blink. Like the light is not going to blink. So you can imagine what people are going through. So imagine that this is Nigeria, I'm telling you. So imagine what is going on in other African countries that are not developed as South Africa is. So and then you have the opportunity to go to another country. Why must we suffer? Why won't we leave? We would leave because it's just too much, and there's only so much that people can bear. If I have to be buying petrol, and people want to give birth, they want to perform a surgery, CS, you need to go and put petrol. Buy petrol. It's part of what you will buy on the list that hospital will give you to go and get. What kind of system is that? And there's another place where you can get this, even if you're going to pay a minimum fee, not them giving you a list to go and buy syringe, go and buy plaster, go and buy spirits, no. Even electricity, guys, we take it for granted. Good road. If we are going to be constantly faced with this kind of challenges, we can't even get good water. I remember when I was in secondary school, guys, I went to a boarding school, by the way. I was in secondary school, guys. Our water, we used to go and get water in one stream, very far from our hostel. The water is brown, and that's the water we will drink. Some students, just because they don't want you to take their water, they put Dettol in that water. Some of us will still go and steal that water. We will drink it, because there's just no running water in an educational institution. Even if I don't want to go, they will I'm sure my dad will smack me into going, because he does not want me to have that kind of life. So this last point is about looking for more business opportunities. So a lot of people would immigrate because they have business ideas, and they can form partnerships with different other skill sets in different countries to just bring together or bring to life that particular business idea, and what that they can achieve. So because their environment, so that if their home country is not a place where such relationships can be fostered, or where they know that without somebody having to go steal their idea, you run the risk of that in certain places as well. But you finding yourself when you can form partnerships, everything is documented, you just having to do the right things by each other. I think that's also a very fundamental element in when you form partnerships. So people will also immigrate to just go get exposed or go get trained, in a different environment, so they can see how certain things are done. There was this story I watched a while back where this Nigerian farmer in the UK, I think UK or US, I'm not sure about the country, where he had to go learn about farming. He offered himself, he told the person that owns the particular farm that he wanted to know how they farm different crops, how the different seasons, how things can grow, at the same pace, I think, what seed to use, the different kind of seed. He told the man that it was not, if they don't, he's not doing it for money. He just wants to learn. So I would use Nigeria as an example. All our farmers, they're still using outdated tools to farm. Cutlass, still using, guys, people have moved past that now. It was really inspiring when I saw this person leave. The man loves to farm. He loves to farm, and he just went to get that. He learned it, the what you look out for, how you farm, how you till the land, how you make the soil ready for planting, and all of that. He learned all of that from this farmer in the UK, and he started his own farm. He bought a land and he started his farm. And he would tell even our food, Nigerian food, he was planting them, selling them in the UK. And those are the things that if people don't leave their own country, just to go and learn, to go and establish business opportunities in a different country, and to go and learn from people who are experts in the field, we might not be able to get past what is it that we are exposed to. So people would also leave for that. That story was really inspiring. It's been a while, and I was like, wow, this man, he will plant yam. I wasn't even sure before then if people were planting yam in the UK. If you don't know yam is is a root crop. I'm not sure people were planting, but this man, with all his from what he has learned, he was able to now start planting all this food that we were familiar with in Nigeria. He was farming and doing that in the UK, and that was just from him going leaving his environment, his country, to another country to learn how it's done, and he started doing it. So you look at that example now. So people would also leave just to, just to go and get exposed, learn how things are done, and do it for themselves as well. So guys, if there are more ideas or more reasons you know and why people immigrate, be sure to leave it in the comment section. I'm sure everybody has different perspective or different ideas as to why people would leave their home country. Be sure to put it in the comment section. Let's just talk about it. Why would you leave? So having said all of this, guys, if you are experienced with these different points I have raised and you have the opportunity to leave your country, to go start somewhere else, would you leave or would you stay? Tell me, guys. I would like to read from you. I would like to know what is it that you would do in such situations. So guys, I've come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching thus far. If it's a video you like, please sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do subscribe, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you.